Hello, everybody. Reggie Time here, and in just a minute, I'm going to be playing some 10NL Zoom until I get bored. You'll know how long it takes me to get bored by how long the video is. But before I get into that, I just want to announce that on the Private Club's Facebook page that I'm a part of, I'm going to be doing a live stream tonight of myself playing some 50NL and some 100NL. So if you want to watch that, please click the link to the Facebook page beneath the video. And if you'd like to play in the game, please message the Telegram address that is also linked beneath the video. It's going to be 50NL and 100NL 8 max. So to avoid the games being super nitty and boring, we're putting a small ante in place and a minimum requirement of 30 VPIP, which you must maintain over at least 30 hands. So hopefully that'll be a fun game and a fun stream. And hopefully some of you, if you don't come along and play, will join the Facebook page and at least come along to watch. Right, let's bore myself to tears playing some 10 Zoom for as long as I can stomach it. We're not going to clip this up and edit it. We're just going to, it's just pure raw footage. So fingers crossed, I won't get too bored too quickly and we can get minimum half an hour out of it, if not longer. In 3-bet here, we've got the Queen 10 suited, probably a miserable hand to defend, but I'm going to do it anyway. Flopping top pair. Over here, we're going to 3-bet the 8s and then side call off versus this short stacker. Easy check with the Queen 10. Not planning on folding just yet. See a custom bet size of half pot. Nothing to do but call. Pretty grimy turn card. I would expect villain to slow down here quite often on the flush and straight completing cards. So if they do bet and if they choose a large size, I will be running away quite quickly. They do check back. I don't think I want to block this hand. I don't think they're like completely capped, given they've checked back the turn. I don't think they've got flushes and straights, but they can still definitely have a fair chunk of better hands. So I'm going to check again. Sometimes we'll just win at showdown. Sometimes if they bet small, we might bet a value catch or bluff catch. And if they bet large, we're just going to lose. And there you go. These checking back queens, which, given I was planning on sometimes calling with a 10, shows that they do not bet thinly enough for value. Because I think that's a slam dunk value bet on the river versus our line there, and they just didn't bother doing it. Going to c-bet this 6-3-4, a small size. Maybe we should have gone bigger. I don't know. I think I might just triple this off, actually. Let's go small again. Force them to keep calling with their like medium pocket pairs, ace highs, and then blast the river. We don't need to blast the river though. We just get the fold. Going to be 3-betting the ace jack suited. Getting a fold, which is fine. Just going to, I mean, I've learned that even though these people are short stacks, they're like just tight fish, not actual fish. So that's why they get the green tag and not the light blue tag. And then if I see them doing something that is like legitimately fishy, they get upgraded to a blue tag. Just shutting it down with his 7-6. Didn't want to see what the flop with just backdoors and like very little equity versus a lot of the continuing range. And then when we didn't pick up equity on the turn, I'm just giving up. Probably a little bit weak, bit passive, bit tight. Don't really care. So I'm going to try and like open a little wider than theory from early position, etc., just to try and get in more pots. Practice for tonight's 30 VPIP game where I'm definitely going to have to deviate significantly from my usual pre-flop strategy. Nothing to be done with some of these abysmal holdings that we are being delivered at the moment. I won't get away with these lighter limps and taking it down pre-flop tonight, that's for certain. There's one thing I know about the private game arena. It is people do not like folding. They like to see flops. So all these min raises and take it down. That won't be happening tonight. Not a fucking chance. Easy call here to begin with the ace-3. Again, I expect them to slow down quite often on the diamond turn. So when they don't, I'll be a little bit concerned. And when they go big, I'm not saying people are never bluffing here, but in this line, for this size, it's going to be significantly underbluffed by population, I would imagine, as we 3-bet the jacks. And I just don't like continuing in significantly underbluff lines like this one here. I mean, obviously, jacks is close to top of range. We're not folding, but this is just going to be a very good hand nearly always. But there is probably going to be plenty of ace-king in there. Or you would hope plenty of ace-king. Come with half pot. I mean, I'm deeply unhappy with the situation. I'm not folding. It's just a matter of, am I going to call and call down or shove? And I actually think shoving. When I run into aces and kings, so be it, which is what we've done this time. Never mind. Absolutely nobody in the world is surprised that the called 4-bet was aces. Least of all me. Flopping a flush. Go big. Go big. Don't want to see a small bet here. I like seeing the overbet. Oh, how's that for a run out? Oh, he cashed out as well, the silly cunt. What a silly bollock. He cashed out for literal crumbs and then hit runner. There he is with his 1.1 bigs. You fucking muppet. 3-betting here with the ace-queen. Imagine getting it in with sub 2% equity and hitting cash out. I mean, that's fucking tragic enough. But then you miss out on runner boat. Fucking beautiful. And the winner, pokerstars.co.uk. They're the real winner there. Three betting the ace queen. Three betting the jack queen suited. Getting 4-bet to a really small size. I guess we're trying to crack aces. Now we're just going to pay off aces. Stab this turn. Now we're going to lose to aces twice in 4-bet pots. Oh, wow, he's got ace king. Well, blow me. And then we've been check raised here, so we're just dead. We lose over here to an abysmally played ace king. Things are going well. Don't you just love fast fold? Don't you just fucking love it? Getting absolutely annihilated by people who just 4-bet then c-bet full pot with ace king when they miss. Absolutely magnificent scenes. Magnificent. Fortunately, it's just 10 and L, so the amount of fucks I give isn't zero, but it's close to zero. Multi-way just pretty much giving up with the ace-8. Oh, no, we're not cut off. I thought we were cut off there, but we're not. Easy check call on the flop with the jack 10 suited. Interesting turn. Again, I think double barrels here are going to be like immensely underbluffed. No idea what this custom size means. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like kings and queens looking to check back river. Obviously, kings aren't going to check back now. Queens aren't going to bet. So when they do bet, they're going to be pretty damn polar. And they had the same hand. So yeah, the idea was right of what he was trying to do there. Just blocking position on turn to show down on river. Seven, 5, 7 flop. We are just going to range bet. We should get check raised at a pretty high frequency on this board, but we probably won't. 3-bet the 5-4 suited. We do get check raised, and we have a trivial fold. I'm happy just to range bet small from early position on pretty much any board texture, just because the check raises don't come through at anywhere near a big enough frequency for me to want to not do it. I think people play face up a lot. Oh, almost donked there, thinking I was a razor. We are going to probe the turn. Check back flop, raise turn, never a bluff. See you later. Sure, they think they're being very cute and clever and creative there, but it's just going to be like way under bluffed. Early versus early. Oh, Christ. I would definitely out of here now. I was contemplating cold 4-bet in this hand, but not this time. We call the 3-bet from the small blind with the ace queen. They check. Don't expect them to be particularly strong when they do this, but we're going to wait for the truth on the turn. They lead 2/3 pot turn. Call. Look at the speed and the size of their bets here. And he's a yellow tag, which is my tag for not a complete moron. He's not really bluffing because we have the ace of spades. So not like they can have like ace jack of spades, ace 10 of spades, etc. Just going to fold. And that was fold was a combination of my actual hand strength, their line, and also their fucking speed. The speed at which they did what they did. Jesus, these games are fucking miserable, aren't they? They are like utterly, utterly miserable. No one does anything until they've got a good hand, and then they just want to rush money in the pot and hope that something good happens for them. Absolutely fucking miserable things to play. But the games remain relatively popular. Speed poker remains a relatively popular format, and I'm fucked if I know why. I mean, obviously I'm playing now because I've got something to fucking shill. Otherwise, you know, I wouldn't be caught dead. The minute I'm finished doing this video, I only put $100 in to play it. I'll be fucking immediately withdrawing because this is a job. What I'm doing right now is just a job. It's a job to shill something. I derive very little pleasure from playing in these games. They are just fucking honkingly awful. They won't necessarily always check raise Jack X here. I don't think. What do I want to do with this hand? I'm not too asked about getting blown off my equity, so we'll just bet again. I think they will raise a jack on the turn a lot of the time, given this flush draw, and now there's like some straight draws out there. There she blows. Now we just got to, do we have the correct odds to call? Do we want to call to a non-nut flush on a paired board? Not especially. We would not have got there. So it should have been 2.5x. Say we sell 0.5 big blinds because we're just going to check fold this flop. Three bet in a hand that doesn't want a three bet. Getting four bet. And fuck it. I just want to try and... What I'm going to do here, I'm going to try and cause this fucker some misery by making a losing call. Nope. Only cause myself misery. All I've done here is cause myself some misery. Oh, we've been three bet, have we? What a unique experience. Got a gut shot here, so we're obviously never folding versus this size. We've got an open ender here, so we're obviously not folding versus pot. I might even just jam versus pot and run my equity. We're actually ahead. Do not expect to stay there. And we did. Right. I'm just going to shove this 10-8. Try and make him fold like pocket kings, etc. Fade the snap, which is a good start, and we get it through. Hurrah! Huzzah! Hallelujah! We're now stuck a little bit less than we were originally stuck. What a time to be alive. Keep going, Reggie time. Keep going. Try not to let your 3 viewers that are still watching at this stage, trying to let them know that you're already thoroughly fed up with the situation. Keep smiling, Reg. Stay positive. You can do this. Just going to call forward the 10-9 because why not? Get it through. Stop dealing me offsuit shite, please. Fuck it. I'm going to 3-bet the 8-6 suited 2. Just to entertain myself. Oh, pair and a flush draw. It's a good start. What size are you going to go, brother? Or sister? 12 big blind squeeze there. I wonder what colour your aces were. Do we want to probe this turn? I think so. 3-bet in the 9-8 suited. What was that? Min raise up to 9 bigs. Fucking cretin. Second time this cunt's 3-bet me from the small blind. Then we get the cold call here. Ah, fuck it. Just ripping the ace queen because it's 10-L and I don't give a fuck. And we win. Yay. Now, range bet this flop. Good shot backdoor. It's a reasonable start. Take it down. There is so much underbluffing and overfolding in these games. So much of both. It makes them like relatively easy if you just go in with that mentality, right? They're not bluffing enough and they're folding too much, so you want to overfold and overbluff. But it's just so fucking boring in general. Probe the ace jack and then just bluff literally every river. Don't need to. Probably shouldn't play button flats too often, but we like deuces. I'm not saying we shouldn't have a button flat in range. I don't know whether deuces falls into it or not, but we're doing it anyway. Then dude just bets pretty big. And again, just suspect he's going to be under bluffing. So trivial fold. Of course, people who are bluffing at reasonably correct frequencies or even over bluffing are going to massively punish my strategy. But they're going to be so few and far between. I don't care. And if I were to play in the game regularly and then notice that somebody wasn't fitting my general stereotype of 10-L players, then I would try to adjust. I'm not saying I'd make a good job of it, but I would try to adjust. But I just don't think there's very good reason whatsoever to adjust from the overall point of view of that people are just under bluffing and overfolding. So build my strategy around that and then deviate when necessary. And then probably make a bad job of the deviations because I'm shit like everybody else. You see the double barrel here. Just going to fold. Call and see what he does on the turn with his timing and his sizing. Decide whether to call or raise. Very unlikely we're going to be folding. Does just check back. So I think he's going to have a lot of like medium strength hands and then just give ups. So we're going to block. And win. Yeah. If you guys haven't watched many of my videos lately, you'll be unaware that I have done nothing but sing the praises of Hungry Horse Poker on YouTube for at least 6 months, maybe longer. And a lot of the stuff I'm doing now is based on his preachings on YouTube. I think he's really, really good. Not every video is a winner. And lately, his more recent videos have just been like rehashes of what he's been teaching for ages. But if you're putting one weekly video out, then it's going to be hard to keep it fresh, isn't it? But yeah, I would highly recommend searching Hungry Horse on YouTube if you want to try and like build more exploits, like population exploits into your game, and not worry too much about solver shit. He's really good. He's got loads and loads of like really good content, and I couldn't recommend him highly enough to anyone who wants to try and be more imaginative with their play and like be helped along how to do that. He's really good. Versus like larger than half pot. I'm just going to call here with the A7. And then if he bets big on the turn, probably folding. If he bets small, we might consider raising. If he checks back, we're just going to bluff every single river. Does go on the larger side. So I think he's like way less likely to be weak when he's using this size. Like more than half pot. So going with that read, we'll just let our open ender to a 4-liner go. If we had an open ender there using 2 cards, I would not have folded. But when we make our hand, we're going to have to start donking, because he's just going to check back everything that's beat by us on 4-liners, etc. It's just a messy spot. No, it's a messy spot in my head anyway. Right, he's checked back the flop and now he's bet the turn. I think he caps himself when he checks back the flop. So we're going to go for a small raise on this turn, because we want him to continue calling with like 1 spade and 10x, etc. And then we're going to bluff the river on a lot of cards. Not on a spade, probably not on like a jack or a king. That's gone a bit wrong now. My plan was to just like keep his queen x in, that we can maybe try and make fold on the river. Keep his 10x in, his 9x in, and then maybe make that fold the river. Maybe we can still make them fold the river now. Oh, someone's at the door. Just going to give up and sit out for a minute while I go and answer the door. Yeah, we could have got that to fold. That's a shame. Hello there, miss. Thank you very much. Thank you. Take care. Have a good day. What did he have in that last hand? It's a river to straight. Yeah, we just maybe we get them to fold a straight. I just wanted to see a brick, and then you could say, "Oh, our plan would have worked really well if that the river's like a fucking 7 or a 6 or something. We just blast the river, and they're just going to fold pocket 8s all day." So it was happy with how I played that hand. Just didn't get the river we were looking for. Is that is he got a hat on there? I thought it was that someone with an avatar with one of those Ibiza King haircuts, but just looks like my mate Jusenberg with a hat on, doesn't it? Trivial call with the 6-5. Do not get the flop we were looking for. Facing a large bet, we have an easy fold. I'm going to try and get to an hour. I've been a bit less bored the last few minutes. That's not to say I've been enthralled and entertained. I've just been less bored. Seven, 6 suited. We haven't turned that one into a winner yet today, I don't think, have we? We have there. Woohoo! Winner! So we had a tank 3 bet from Calvis, lol. And I'm going to cold 4 bet the Jack 9, lol. Watch me get punished. 1 down. 2 down. We did not get punished. Oh, we're deep, so we're going to set mine. 9 dealer. Just give me a fucking 9. Maybe I should have been more polite with my urgings. You bet small heat we're probably calling. If he goes bigger than half pot, probably just going to fuck off out of the way. He checks back, which caps himself, but then the king obviously uncaps him again. Do we try and make jacks and tens fold here? Do they even 3-bet? I'm going to go for a check raise because I think he might go for some thin value on the river versus a third check. Nope. Never mind. Didn't even get my fucking sentence out. Three bet the 8-6 suited. Three bet the ace queen. Going to defend the 9s on the button. Boring flop. Versus that size. Trivial call nevertheless. 3-bet the kings. Snap call. We are deep here. I'm going to start with a check. This dude's gone tiny, then checked. So we're going to start just bluffing everything. Don't love this fucking run out, to be honest. If we check, are they going to bluff? Probably not. If we bet, are they going to call with maybe jacks, etc.? I think we're just going to block and then just fold to a raise. And we won. And up here with the 9s. What size do I want to go here? I want to try to make him fold. Jacks, queens. We beat ace queen. But does he call that on the turn? So we're targeting like jacks and queens for the fold. How much do you need to bet to make them fold? Probably not huge. Try that. Snapped. Oh, okay. And if you're just going to have aces in that line, then my line is fucking horrendous. What did this fucker have when he called when we had the kings? Ace king. Ambitious. The flat 7s on the button. This is early. Again, should get check raise at a pretty high frequency here, but not really expecting to. So he's going to bet my entire range. We do get raised and to a large size. Happy to fold. Maybe that is a spot where even the shy talks just know that's not your board, mate. So I just get to get out of line. Maybe range betting those wet dynamic flops versus big blind is a spot where people might, not saying over bluff, but get somewhere near correct bluffing frequencies. But then again, I don't know what correct bluffing frequencies are. So they probably, even if they are trying to find more check raise bluffs, it's a good chance they're still not getting close to the actual theoretical threshold. Cut off button. I think we're going to end. We're just going to go for the small cold 4-bet. We're going to get punished for one of these soon enough, I imagine. Not this time, though. Versus 1/3. We'll see a turn, see what he does. Snap checks. We can definitely be ahead of some of his range here. Unlikely he's going to fold a better hand than ace jack, so I'm not going to bet. Expect to see quite a bit of block on this river, to be honest, with like his pairs, etc. Let's stab the flop. I think we have some showdown value here. Nope. Well, we did have some showdown value, just not against that holding. Never an open, but we're doing it. Get duly rewarded with an absolute booyaka shit flop. With backdoors and versus his size, I'm just not ready to fold yet. Size up the turn. I expect him just to be like betting straights and bluffs here. And his bluffs are going to be very equity driven, and I'm not going to try and make him fold that range. Three betting the Jack 10 suited. Oh. He's going to have a lot of sets in his range here, etc. It's going to be a pretty good flop for him. It's also a good flop for us. Let's start with check. Turning a straight. And flopping top set over here. Don't want to do with my straights here. Probably just bet quite big. Trying to get value from his two pairs, sets, etc. that didn't bet the flop. And the flat fives in the small blind, not expecting to get squeezed at a high enough frequency to be punished for it. There's his small bet. Easy call, turning a set. Makes things interesting. We see a big bet. Don't want to check raise versus big bet. We're just going to run into flushes too often. So we're going to call. And he gives up on the river with whatever it was he had, which was, set over set. Oh, man. Oh, brother. I think you just get to shove these flops sometimes, these Jack 10X flops. So that's what I'm going to do. Am I? No. Just going to check, actually. Call versus half pot. Turn a double gutter. Don't want to see a large bet here because I want to call and then just donk shove when I improve rivers. Half pot. Make no mistake, I think this guy is pretty damn strong here. But we're going to call. I'm going to try and rip a 9 or a king off. Preferably a king. Boo. Boo. Quirky man hasn't folded yet. Don't love this queen. It's going to bet small again. Force him to raise hands that are better than ace king. Quirky man deep in the tank. He's grinding that GTO Wizard web page really hard right now. Shit, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Tell me, GTO Wizard. Please tell me. Please tell me. Bet the flop with that. But gets absolutely turbo called. I'm going to bet small again. I want him to raise a king. And because I think he's under bluffing, I'm just going to shove. And hope not to run into king, queen, or pocket kings. And that's a solid hold. We like that. I mean, we were going to stack him whatever there, frankly. But it was nice. Don't love facing c-bet with bottom pair, but we're not folding just yet for that size. We'll fold to turn barrels bigger than half pot. Certainly fold. I almost don't want to fold to overbet. I almost don't want to fold, but they're just going to be under bluffing and they're just going to have like very high equity draws. So, which are virtually a value bet versus my hand. We're going to make it to the hour. We're going to get there. Wonder how many of you have still got here. If you've reached this stage and you don't normally comment, just put a full stop or something in. Make a comment if you want. An actual comment, I'd like that. But otherwise, just put a full stop. Have you reached this far? Don't know what I'm waiting for. I'm not calling the 6-3 suited. Don't really want to call the king 10 off either, but we're going to. Three betting the king queen off. Might check call this river with the king 9, given he hasn't bet either flop or turn. Nope, he just doesn't bluff. I mean, mate, you had fucking 10 jack high. Grow up. Right, sit out next blind. Then we'll figure out if we've got out of the hole. That should have been 2.5x. Fuck you, Reg. Save myself 0.5 big blinds with the misclick. Or the lack of concentration, however you want to describe it. So we've got $1941 on the table. We started with $100. Oh no, we've been killed. We've been killed. I thought I might have got out of the hole there, but evidently not, because we've got $46 there. And we've got $40 on the table. So somehow, despite ending with 200 big blind stacks, we still managed to lose 200 big blinds according to the balance, which is disappointing, but cheap enough for a shill video. So we're out of here. Don't forget, if you do want to watch me stream tonight and you've got this far, you must have semi-enjoyed this. You might enjoy watching me stream. Click the link and join the Poker Lounge's Facebook page, and I'll be live on there from around 8:30. And remember, if you do want to play in the game, use the Telegram address to message the Poker Lounge. If you haven't got Telegram, then message the Poker Lounge page and somebody will help you out. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care and bye-bye for now.